Hello and welcome to this week's 5 minute soundbite brought to you by Coastlands Church. Now, this week I'd like to look at the account in John 15 where Jesus tells us about the vine and the vine dresser. But I want to look at it in a slightly different way because not many of us will have seen a vine being dressed, but we've all experienced plants and what happens with plants. So I want to look at it in a slightly different way. There's so much that we can see in the plants that we have, the beauty of them, and how that can be related to our walk with God. As we grow in Him, there's many areas of our life that are fruitful for a season, and they give us strength. They help us in our growth, in our walk with God, how we understand the things of God and where He's taking us. But at times, some of those areas are not for that season. The season has passed, so something needs to be done. And sometimes there's pruning that needs to happen. Little dead bits need to be taken out so as the plant can flourish. And that's like the plants that we see in our gardens. The plant, when there's old flower heads, old buds that they've finished. If we leave it there, the plant's putting energy into trying to get life into those things rather than the life going to the plant that's still living, the new life that's coming through. So there's areas where we need to be pruned, where the plant needs to be pruned. And at times we experience great growth in God. But then all of a sudden it feels like, hang on, something's wrong, I feel restricted. How's that? What God's often wanting to do is prepare the ground for the new season. There's so much that He wants to do, but we've got to be in that right place. We've got to be able to just say, yes, Lord, I'm ready. And what He'll do is He will put you in that new place. He will just transplant you almost. And in a similar way, plants will often outgrow the container they're in. So their roots, it's what's known as being pot bound. The roots try and come out through the bottom. They're very compact in the pot itself. What we need to do is either put it in the ground or we need to put it in a much bigger pot where it can grow, it can expand. And that's what God wants us to do. But we've got to be planted in the right place, in the right soil. If we try and put ourselves in where we think it's going to be, hey, we're not where God necessarily wants us. We need to be open to what God's wanting to do, open to what He's saying to us, that we can grow in Him. Old life in plants, sometimes there's dead leaves. Again, all of that needs taken away. All of the old needs taken away so that the life will go to producing new buds, to producing new flowers, to bringing a continued healthy living plant. That's what God is in us. We need to be in that right place. There's new seasons ahead. We've got so much growing that God wants to bring into our lives. Upgrade, planted in the correct place. The old cut away, the old stripped away, but we need to surrender to Him. He won't do it unless we surrender to Him. The gardener knows what food we need, what food, how much, and when, so that we will grow. Too much food and we waste it. We need to take the food in, grow on it, and flourish in Him. Allow Him to prune you where it needs to be. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.